Hello, Internet. Hello, Henry. This is After Campfire. My name is Sam Rubenstein, and it has been a week. I don't know why I'm coughing. I don't know where this came from. It started today. Um, it's probably allergies because allergies are really bad because the weather keeps changing rapidly. I don't feel sick. I got over being sick finally. And then I had a whole bunch of other sick. But this is After Campfire. My name's Sam Rubenstein. We're gonna talk about things. And let's go from there. So, about 2 weeks ago, I had said to Henry I wasn't going to ask him a question, and then I asked him a question anyway. So I feel like first off, I should acknowledge that I did that because I was dumb. It was dumb of me. I shouldn't have done it. So here we go. I asked Henry about when you're sick, what's your go-to? My go-to apples, always apples. If I'm at camp, apples, applesauce, apple juice, apple everything. If I'm at home, apples, apple sauce, apple juice, apple everything, apple cider donuts. Whenever I begin to like get sick, my body just begins craving apples. Um, and so I just eat them a lot. Um, and so that is my go-to sick remedy. Like, yeah, you do the soup, you do the camp saltines, you know, you do all that stuff. But like when I was like a kid, I would get sick and I would go for like 2 bottles of apple juice and like five actual whole apples a day. Like, it was insane. I'm like little, I mean the big bottles of apple juice. So that is my go-to how to get over being sick. Now, Um, when I said this week's been a lot, what has happened? Well, yesterday was my book release party for my book, Candle Gaining Strength. It was wild. It was all raucous. Um, Mark Bynack and Joe Clinton showed up to the bar with like Guzzy and John and like Sydney Gee and like Alicia and like they drank and participated and were like having a great time. Mark did the Mark thing where he came up with like a bunch of photos and was like camp. And like, yeah, Mark. My brother got to see Mark for the first time in years, which was the best interaction I've seen in a long time. Of Max and Mark just talking about like life. Um, so it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was a long time coming, and like I'm still like emotional from it. Like there was a point where I was like, honestly, just like I'm so close to crying because this is so cool. So yay for me. And then today I still had to go back to work, which is so yeah. I guess that's my like life update. I got a new bed with a new bed frame. The last one, if you couldn't tell, I was just on a mattress on the floor because I had broken my bed. And now I haven't. But it's been busy. I've been running around for like the past week. It's gonna be a very long month. I'm going to a bachelor party next weekend, then I'm performing the weekend after that, and then I'm celebrating the Jewish holidays, and then I'm like it just boom, 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 one after another for a long time. So it's gonna be a long month. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna feel good. We're gonna be better. Believe in us. Um, Henry forgot to like. Well, Henry didn't forget. Henry said that he was going to ask me a question later on, and in doing so, Henry asked me a couple of questions. So I'm just gonna go through all of them and try to answer them. So one, Henry asked, for your camp sickness remedies, like you talked about, the saltines. And I said like apples are my go-to everything, but also like sleep. If you can find like if you're not feeling well at camp and like you can avoid the infirmary and you could just sleep somewhere, ooh, a cabin sleep fast, amazing. And if you don't and you just find a good spot in the woods to hide and sleep for the entire day, peak. The ginger ale, that they give you in the infirmary. Like you don't go in for the infirmary. Stay in the infirmary. You're like, oh, must tell me just can I get some ginger ale? Can I get some Gatorade? Peak. I don't know what they put in that stuff, but it always works. Henry's next question, because I'm gonna just answer all of them. Um, what are my thoughts on procrastination? Is it good, bad, ugly, healthy, sign of mental distress? I don't know. The answer is yes to all of them. I have an issue I struggle with like planning. It's like procrastination is just a part of my life. It's not good for me. It's unhealthy. It ruins my day. But like I do it all the time. Uh I don't know if there's like a good answer to it. I think that it depends. I don't think it's a good thing. I also think it's about time management. Like if you know like, oh, this is a big project, but I can blast it out in a night. And you know you because you're not like full of it. Like you can honestly know, then you can push it off a little bit. Like it's not the biggest thing if it's not done like a week in advance, as long as you're being realistic with your timetables. I think that's the better way to explain procrastination is it's about understanding your timetables and going from there. Now, Henry's next question is that dumb? No. I don't know what that is, but it's probably not dumb. Uh, let me know if it's dumb. Just tell me. And Henry's last question was like group chats with people. Um, are there favorite? I have favorite ones with camp and favorite ones not camp. I have to start off with saying I hate group chats. I do not like them. I don't like to participate in them. I find them overwhelming. There's some like because I would leave and I'd go to work and then I check my phone after work and I have like 150 text messages and be like, stop. I can't answer all of these. Um, but I have like a few small ones that like I do actually participate in a little bit. Of the camp ones, I think my personal favorite is there's a weird camp one that exists of just me, Rebecca, and Alicia that I think is just so funny. Because what happens is like we'll be like doing something, we'll be chatting and this and that, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna do a social event. And Alicia and Rebecca were like, yeah, we're gonna do a social event, and Rebecca will invite everyone to the group chat to talk and like plan and organize. And then it'll end. The event will happen, it'll be done. And she'll kick everyone else out of the group chat again. So it's just the three of us. Rebecca, why do you? She goes, can't have them getting in the way of this chat. Like we just need to keep it as it is. Um, the other one I always like is Welcome to Hell slash Welcome to Hell slash Welcome to Hell. All the different names for it. Like I'm gonna Henry, I'll let you talk about that one a little bit more. Same thing with the quote of the day one because you need stuff to answer with too. But yeah, the one that I have with Rebecca and Alicia, where it's just friendship question mark. Do you guys want to be social with each other? Mm-hmm. Like it's not been very active recently because like we've um we've been busy. Like Alicia's been very busy. Rebecca's currently in DC and I'm very busy. So like but with that said, Henry, tell us more about the other ones that we're all in together in a bit. With that, my question to Henry is, um, what are your thoughts on? I had a way to say it, I couldn't remember how I wanted to say it. Give me a second. I don't like this question. We're changing it. I was gonna do one. I don't like the way it sounds. Um, Henry, I've been watching a lot of Dimension 20, and I am on D&D TikTok. Now, I very, very, very rarely ever play D&D, but I want to know, Henry, build me your D&D character. Who are they? What do they do? What is their plan? What's their alignment? Tell me everything about them. Build me your ideal D&D character, Henry. Goodbye.